Hello, this is Chris, and I am back once again with a brand new reaction video. Today I'm going to be giving my reaction to Ralph Breaks the Internet to Wreck-It Ralph 2, official trailer 1. I think Ralph broke that title because I have no idea why they've called it Ralph Breaks the Internet, Wreck-It Ralph 2. Like, surely they'd call it Wreck-It Ralph 2, Ralph Breaks the Internet. Whatever, we're going to do a reaction to official trailer 1. This trailer came out yesterday, and it's been blowing up on the internet. I mean, it's gained like millions and millions of views overnight, and I'm very late to the party once again. But nevertheless, this is a reaction I definitely wanted to get onto because it's a Disney movie. And for anyone who doesn't know, I am incredibly passionate about Disney. Disney's animated classics, more to the point, the numbered Disney classics. I own all of them on DVD. I own Wreck-It Ralph in these very nice, snazzy, numbered slipcovers. I own the DVD versions, not the Blu-ray or 4K. I'm not quite that high-tech, I'm afraid. I mean, I still have my Disney VHSs, for God's sake. The point is, I'm a Disney fan. However, Wreck-It Ralph remains a Disney movie I have still only seen once. I watched it a number of years after it was originally released, and I'm going to get on my Disney soapbox after the reaction video, so stick around for more of my in-depth thoughts on Wreck-It Ralph and the sequel as well. But it wasn't a film I particularly gravitate towards. I've watched it once, I thought it was fine for what it was, but it didn't inherently feel like a Disney movie to me. I like my traditional Disney hand-drawn animated features, mostly the Disney Renaissance from like the late 80s into the 90s, pretty much from The Little Mermaid all the way through to Tarzan are sort of my main ones that I always go back to. But I don't know, I didn't really like it. It felt like any kind of run-of-the-mill animated movie. There was a little bit of heart to it, and some of the ideas behind it in terms of this world beyond what we see. It reminded me a lot of Monsters, Inc. in that regard, in that you had that world full of monsters, and they were all going about a day job almost. And I thought it was very similar with Wreck-It Ralph, how you have these video game characters sort of going about a mundane day job. They live these arcade games day in, day out. And you get to explore some of these other different worlds and things like that. And I thought that idea was pretty neat. However, when it got really into the meat of the story, where the characters go to Sugar Rush, I think it was called, and it sort of dwells there a lot, it kind of lost me at that point, and it seemed to lose a lot of momentum. But I've heard a lot of good things about the sequel. I've completely stayed away from the trailer at this point, but we're going to get to the trailer right now. I'm done talking for now. I'll talk much more after the trailer's done. But it's one that I remain hopeful for. I hope it's a little bit better in the first one, and maybe with the internet they'll have more free reign to go places. So I'm going to click play now.
All right, let's get you plugged in.
Whiffy, or is it wifey?
Why don't we just go in?
It's a trap. There are many weird and wonderful things on the internet.
Whoa, cool.
Ralph, isn't this great? We are going to the internet!
Super excited. Just one minor thing. What is the internet?
I was going to say, they're going to bring like mobile games into this and stuff. That would be pretty cool.
Look at all this stuff.
Congratulations, you're a winner!
Really?
These 10 child stars went to prison. Number 6 will amaze you.
That sounds interesting.
Ralph, come on!
Redirecting to eBay.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next item up, a black velvet painting of a sorrowful kitten.
It's like it's looking into my soul.
Yeah, that one's really gonna haunt me for a while.
Is that like a little Easter egg? It almost looked like a kitten version of the Cheshire Cat from the live action Alice in Wonderland. A little bit.
Out of my way, kids.
Pancake. Milkshake. Milkshake. I'm starting to understand why people like this game. Very zen. Milkshake.
Hey, look what I found! More pancakes!
Let's speed it up. Pancake, 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 pancake.
Oh,
pancake,
poor bunny.
Eat, little bunny. Eat.
Ralph, you might want to try feeding the kitty for a little while.
No, the kitty gets the milkshake. The bunny gets the pancake.
Oh no. Oh, traumatize the kids, absolutely. Okay, so I mean, I laughed, so it did its job. To me, inherently, it still doesn't feel like a Disney movie. It still feels. I'm gonna sound like such like an old fart in this reaction video, but it feels too modern for Disney. Like for me, with Disney, my favorite Disney films are always sort of like the timeless ones, like the traditional ones, as I said, like way back when, like classic stories adapted and things like that. This looks fine. This looks entertaining. The animation looks absolutely stunning when they go into the internet world. Really colourful, really vibrant, and I'm sure this is going to be in 3D and it will look absolutely incredible in 3D. But I'm still not getting emotionally attached to it. I didn't really get emotionally attached in the first movie either. It didn't really tug on the heartstrings. It was more just like a sort of little entertaining film, which is fine if that's what they're going for. But now is the point where I'm going to get on my Disney soapbox. So everyone be prepared. Stick around if you'd like to. If you want to peace out now you've seen the reaction video, that's completely okay. One of my biggest complaints with modern Disney, and don't get me wrong, films like Moana and Zootopia are great for what they are, is the fact that we don't get any more traditional hand-drawn animated movies now. Not just from Disney, but in general now. It's almost like a dead art form. And there was a YouTube video, which I'm going to link in the description down below, which I really recommend anyone who's a Disney fan check out. If you're a Wreck-It Ralph fan, check out, because I don't know if it's going to be on the behind the scenes of the DVD. And it's from a guy called Nick Ranieri, and I hope I'm pronouncing that right, who was an ex-Disney animator. He was animator for 25 years. And that video that I've linked to is the last piece of 2D animation that Disney ever did. It's the last 2D animation test, you know, where it almost looks like a flip book and they draw every single individual frame to create movement. It was the last piece according to this. I'm going to read what he put, and this kind of will frame my opinion on sort of modern Disney and why I'm a little bit detached from it now. So this was from Nick's Facebook page. It was originally posted on the 6th of November 2013. I'm going to cut it down as much as I can, but you'll get the basic gist. It has been several weeks since my last animator page posting. As you're probably all aware by now, I no longer work for the Walt Disney Company. June 10th was my last day. In October of this year, it would have been 25 years. Disney was my home for the last quarter century, and I'll always be grateful for the people I worked with and the experience I gained there. The last couple of years have been the most difficult of my career. At times I was filled with hope that my stills would be utilised in a new hand-drawn film. At other times I doubted that a hand-drawn feature hybrid or otherwise would be produced at all. We were pretty much kept in the dark for over 2 years, and once the word did come out that no more hand-drawn features would be produced, it was only a matter of days before we were given our notices. I'm not so much sad that I was let go as I am sad that they gave up on a medium that, if given the right treatment, could be a viable product once again. And then he sort of goes into what he'll be moving on to next and things like that. As a parting reminder of my last years at Disney, here is my last hand-drawn test for a Disney production. I was asked to animate the character of Ralph from Wreck-It Ralph as a guide for the animation for the character in the film. It took me 2 months to animate this scene because the character kept changing, like the look of the character, and also because he had to draw all of the stills himself, whereas usually it's distributed a bit. And it's a 30-second clip, and it took him 2 months to animate this. And if you guys go and watch that video that I've linked down below, it's absolutely incredible to see that level of animation once again. The character of Ralph, there's so much more expression coming from him. The motion's so much more fluid, and it looks like classic Disney. And I would have loved to have seen what they could have done with it in a hand-drawn format, because I know that with, you know, computer animation, it's pretty much in every animated film now. It gives you so much freedom, and it's cheaper to produce, and that's entirely why Disney do those movies now. They can have a quick turnaround with the movies, and you know, they make the big bucks, and it doesn't take as long to animate them. So I get why it makes sense from a business standpoint. But I do think that with like the likes of Wreck-It Ralph and things like that, they don't feel like classic Disney to me. Disney have almost become like any other animation company. DreamWorks produce incredible stuff like the Kung Fu Panda trilogy or How to Train Your Dragon, and their all animation has kind of like hit a bar now where it almost levels out with each other. You know, and even with like Pixar as well now. So Disney always used to be the hand-drawn one, and Pixar was the computer-animated one, and I liked having that difference. And now everything's kind of the same. And I guess that's my rambly reaction video, and I guess that's just me talking about Disney in general because it's a company and it's a series of films that I am really passionate about. And in the future, maybe I'd like to do a video series on the Disney animated classics, like all the numbered ones going from way back in the 30s with Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs all the way up to like Moana or Wreck-It Ralph Breaks the Internet, all the way through every numbered one, maybe scripted reviews or something like that. I'm still trying to finalise an idea and an approach of how I could get that across in videos. But if you guys would like to see a video series like that, please do drop me a comment down below. And I guess that'll do it for my reaction video. In short, to kind of paraphrase everything I've just said there, I'm sure it'll be fine. I will be going to see this movie because it's the next Disney film and I have to see all of the Disney films. It'll be entertaining, it'll be fun, it'll be colourful, the animation will be great, but I don't think it will have that emotional connection with me like I would like to see Disney go back to. And I guess that's sort of like me being an older guy now, like growing up with Disney, and I'm in my mid-20s now. These movies aren't inherently made for me, but I think I'll still have a good time at this one. So that'll do it for my reaction to Ralph Breaks the Internet, Wreck-It Ralph 2 Official Trailer 1. Be sure to comment, subscribe. Let me know what you thought of this trailer. Are you looking forward to this film? Are you not looking forward to this film? What did you think of the first Wreck-It Ralph? What are some of your favourite Disney films? Literally anything Disney related, please do drop me a comment. In terms of what's coming up on the channel, if you're a fan of the Oscar movies, if you're a fan of the Academy Awards, we'll be providing a live stream during the Oscar ceremony. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be live streaming all the way throughout the night. We're going to be talking movies. We're going to be taking your questions for people that sign in. It's going to be a lot of fun, so please tune into that if you can. Times for those will be on our Facebook and Twitter. Links to those are in the description down below. Keep an eye on those over the next couple of days when we finalise times and everything for the weekend. And also, if you do like your Oscar films, be sure to send us in your list of Oscar predictions. We are putting it out to you guys once again like we did last year. We want you to send in your list of Oscar predictions. First choice and second choice for all of the categories during the Oscars. We'll be keeping a total throughout the night. We'll be checking how many you get right. And for the person who gets the most right on the night will win the chance to feature in one of our future episodes. So it is all to play for. Please get those sent into our Facebook. That'll do it for me right now. And until the next video, I'll see you guys soon. Thanks for watching.